It was a chilled evening, the kind where the streets hum with that lazy after-work shuffle, and Nicholas, still in his office shirt, was heading home when his phone died again. His charger had finally given up, so he swung by a bright phone shop tucked between a bakery and a barber's joint. He walked in, calm, polite, a simple man just trying to buy a piece of wire. But the young white attendant, the chewing gum like he was auditioning for rudest employee of the year, didn't even let him speak before sneering. "What do you need here? We don't give discounts to people like you." Nicholas froze. He wasn't asking for charity, just a charger. Yet the venom poured out as though customer service was a battlefield. Cameras from curious bystanders at the door caught the tension brewing. Nicholas cleared his throat, still respectful, and said, "I just need a charger." The attendant laughed, a nasty kind of laugh, and muttered something about how guys like you should stick to secondhand markets. The crowd gasped, phones raised higher, TikTok already eating it up live. Nicholas kept calm, his dignity tighter than the man's ugly uniform. Then, like thunder after lightning, the shop owner stormed out, a stout man with a booming voice. "Apologize, now." His eyes burned holes into his worker. The crowd chanted, "Say sorry." Online comments exploded with fire emojis and words like, "Shame him more." The air was heavy, waiting for what would come next. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to like and subscribe because things are about to get even wilder. The attendant's smirk melted when the owner's voice cracked across the shop like a whip. "Apologize to him right now." The man shifted, stammered, but pride had him chained. He muttered under his breath, "Why should I apologize to someone like that?" Wrong move. The crowd erupted in boos so loud, even the bakery next door shut its ovens just to listen. Nicholas stood calm, arms folded, watching the chaos swirl around him like a king on trial, except the jury was the entire internet. One teenager in the crowd shouted, "Bro, you're trending already, over 50K views." Phones tilted higher, filters slapped on, hashtags rolling in faster than coins in a casino. The attendant's face turned pale, realizing his private little racism was now public theater. He tried to laugh it off, said, "He doesn't need a charger. He probably can't afford one." That was gasoline on an open flame. The shop went silent for a heartbeat. Then, boom, people screamed at him like he'd cursed their grandmothers. A woman in the corner yelled, "My guy, your mouth is writing checks. Your job, cab can't cash." The place roared with laughter. The owner's voice shook the glass counters. "Not only will you apologize, you'll kneel and apologize, or you'll be jobless tonight." His words cut sharp. Phones zoomed in, lenses greedy for humiliation. Nicholas didn't blink. He just raised one eyebrow like a man sipping tea in the middle of a storm. The tension was hotter than Lagos traffic at noon. If you're hooked already, smash that like and subscribe because trust me, this is only the appetizer. The attendant's jaw locked tight, sweat sliding down his forehead as the crowd pressed closer. "Kneel? For him?" he snapped, jabbing a finger toward Nicholas. His voice cracked, the arrogance peeling like cheap wallpaper. Instantly, boos rained harder. Someone shouted, "Kneel before you trend as the clown of the year." Another added, "My grandma sells oranges with more dignity than you." The insults cut deeper than knives, and each one earned more laughter, more shares, more hashtags flying across screens. Nicholas, still silent, had become the calm eye of the storm, the man the world rooted for without him saying a single word. The shop owner leaned forward, veins popping. "You think this is a debate? You will kneel and beg this man for forgiveness, or you'll not only lose your job, you'll lose your reputation, your name, everything." The word everything rang like a bell. The crowd went wild, chanting, "Kneel, kneel, kneel." Phones lit the shop like floodlights, each second broadcasting humiliation to millions. Finally, the attendant's legs trembled. He dropped down not gracefully, but like a puppet with its strings cut. His knees clattered against the tiled floor, and gasps erupted. He looked up at Nicholas, his lips quivering. I'm sorry." But the crowd wasn't satisfied. "Louder!" they screamed. "Say it with your chest!" A little kid even shouted, "Even Siri apologizes louder than you." The shop shook with laughter so fierce, even Nicholas chuckled under his breath. If you're enjoying this downfall, don't forget to like and subscribe, because the sweetest part of revenge hasn't even begun yet. The apology oozed out of him like spoiled milk, weak and sour, but the crowd wanted more. The owner folded his arms, staring down at his worker. You thought you were humiliating him, but now the world is watching you kneel like a schoolboy caught stealing meat from the pot. The internet ate it up, clips spreading faster than wildfire. Nicholas finally spoke, voice calm but heavy. Keep your apology. What I want is respect, something money can't buy and you clearly don't have. The crowd roared, "Talk to him, King." Phones shook with comments scrolling like slot machines. Justice served, embarrassment of the decade. God don't play about his people. The attendant tried to rise, but the owner barked, "Stay down." Then, like fate herself had RSVP'd to this circus, a black SUV pulled up outside. The tinted window slid down, and out stepped a man in a sleek suit, Nicholas's soon-to-be boss. Turns out he had stopped by to pick up accessories, too. Cameras swung toward him like magnets. The boss glanced at Nicholas, smiled, then turned to the kneeling attendant. "Is this the man who disrespected you?" Nicholas nodded. Silence fell like a dropped pin. The boss's face hardened. "Congratulations," he said coldly. "You've just insulted the man I'm about to hire as a senior manager." The attendant's mouth fell open, his career collapsing in real time. The crowd exploded in screams, half laughter, half disbelief. Nicholas stood taller than ever, dignity shining. The humiliation was nuclear, public, permanent, and unforgettable. If you loved watching this downfall, make sure to like and subscribe, because stories like this remind us respect isn't optional, it's mandatory.